What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I'm your host, Robert, and today I am back again to talk a bunch of fun stuff, including Jump Festa 2023, as well as the big Pokemon news. Now, there's a lot of stuff I'm going to talk about in between that, some other news and stuff, but this episode I might not have too many things to say about like specific anime episodes or manga chapters from the last like few weeks or whatever, just because I'm tired and there's a couple of things I might mention in passing, but that's not gonna be the point of this episode. This episode, like I said, it was just like so much news and information that came out of the Jump Festa event this weekend that I wanted to just talk about and gush about, and of course, got to talk about Pokemon. Now, before I get to that, as I always say, if this is your first time here, then welcome. But if you're a returning listener and or watcher, then welcome back. Y'all know here at Dad Needs to Talk, it's all about fatherhood and family, manga, anime, and video games. So, it has been a very busy last few weeks for me. I am curious from y'all's perspective, the listeners and watchers out there. It's like, do y'all ever miss me? Because I'm like the amount of stuff that I have coming out, even like with the manga reviews and stuff that I have coming out between the regular podcast episodes. I'm like, man, do I give people a chance to even miss me? But I've stayed busy. I hope that y'all have been enjoying the manga reviews, and I hope that y'all enjoyed my little mini episode I did recapping all of the big gaming news from the Game Awards a couple of weeks ago. That was very fun to dive into, and like I said on that episode, it was too much stuff to hold off until the next episode. So I was like, okay, I gotta do something for this. So hope y'all enjoy that. And like I said, that's the same reason why I'm here now. I'm like, man, there's so much stuff has happened that I'm like, I want to at least talk about some of this stuff. So, but as for myself, I have been doing pretty good. It is Christmas break, which means I have the house to myself. All the kids are gone to great grandma's house for the holiday. My wife went to go visit some family for a few days for the holiday, and it is just me and the cat Coco just chilling. And of course, what does Robert do with all this free time? I schedule everybody and their mama to come be on my podcast this week. So I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I will say, if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on whatever podcast app that you'd like to listen to me on, because fingers crossed, if planning goes right or whatever, I will have a lot for y'all for the final week of the month. So I'm not going to expand on that anymore. Just have your notifications on, be ready, because if I'm able to pull off what I'm trying to pull off, then it's going to be a banger finish to the end of this year. Now, speaking of collaborations and stuff, I just want to give a quick shout out to the homie Scott over at Geeks That Parent, because I was a guest over there not too long ago, and he interviewed me talking about my podcast and everything that I do. So go check out that episode. It was a lot of fun. And let me actually get my other one. Hold on. There was another one. Sorry, y'all, if I can get myself organized. one of these days. Which, you know what? I will give myself a pat on the back, because I have been doing a lot of reading recently, a lot of manga reading, and Hold on. Yeah, so I got a chance to read a lot of really good manga lately, but I showed some restraint and pretty much set myself up a month from now to be good for the month of January, because a lot of the manga is stuff that is going to be coming out, officially coming out in January. And so I got early copies to read a bunch of them, and I read them, recorded them, and I have them scheduled throughout the month of January. So I'm very proud of myself for showing some restraint and not just posting everything now. I have some of them I have strategically placed throughout the month to time out with either when they're coming out on store shelves, or some of them, one of them in particular has a anime coming out. So I got that one going to be dropping out the day before the anime airs. So lots and lots of great series to be on the lookout for. But like I said, speaking of me collabing and stuff, whatever, I was also a guest on the Anime Sevants podcast. So go check that out. They interviewed me, talked about, of course, what I do, and we talk about some anime that was airing at the time. And of course, I have to give I gave some very dope recommendations for some manga and stuff, including Oshi no Ko and Shangri-La Frontier, just to name a couple. So go check out all that stuff, because like I said, even if you don't see me here, y'all see me somewhere else. Matter of fact, right before I'm recording this, I just finished recording with the My Hero Academia podcast, talking about the most recent anime episodes with Kendra and Solomon. So I'm out there, and I will be doing more collaboration stuff before the end of the year. And like I said, I have some stuff coming to my channels and stuff. So be on the lookout. Like I said, I am planning to give y'all lots of goodies to end the year. Especially for those of y'all that might be traveling for the holiday, need something to listen to, something to watch, then hey, I'm going to have recommendations for you. I'm going to have podcast episodes for you. So stay tuned for all of that good stuff. Now, one other cool thing I got to do over the last couple of weeks, I got to take a trip out to Phoenix, Arizona. So this was my first time. Well, this was the second time in my life ever flying. And this was the first time I've done it in 17 years. The only other time in my life that I took a trip and got on a plane was back when I was 15, when my brother-in-law took the whole family to Disney World in Florida. That was a very dope, very memorable experience. And so this trip, it was just me, my wife, and our oldest boy, Jay, because his team had a basketball tournament out there, which they did really well. They ended up coming in second place overall for the tournament. And shout out to the team that we lost to. The team we lost to was what was it? It was Austin something. I think it was Austin Select. Yeah, Austin Select. Which I think they're like one of the top ranked teams in the country. So, but overall, really fun experience. Shout out to the homie GB from from Worst Gen Pod. He pulled through because he lives out in that area. And so I told him, I was like, hey, I'm going to be coming in town. This was going on. And so we linked up. He came and we hung out for several hours because he pretty much got to watch all of the games, because it was both the 7th grade and 8th grade playing. So we just chopped it up, caught up, talked about life and podcast stuff and everything in between. So much love to you, bro. And it was good linking up to you. Good. Glad you got to come out. You got to meet my wife, and Got to watch some very good basketball be played. So I got the chance to go out to Phoenix. Very cool, very cool experience. Like I said, it was a lot of flying, flying by the seat of our pants. Just because, like I said, I haven't flown myself in so long, and of course, this was my oldest boy's first time on a plane, and so just kind of just doing what we do, figuring stuff out, because I might have mentioned before, but this is probably going to be our life for the foreseeable future. We're going to be doing lots of trips and stuff here and there. So I don't know. I know it's some point we're going to California. Some point we're going to Florida. I think we might go to Ohio, and who knows where else in between. But we will just go on this adventure and just see where it takes us. I'm excited because I've always hoped to do more traveling and stuff in my life, but I never expected it to be through my kids. That my kids would do so well at what they do that this would be an opportunity to have. I just thought, okay, I just got to work my butt off, save up money through work, and maybe one day I'll be able to go on some trips and stuff, whatever. But I am going now, because originally it was like maybe it'll just be just my wife and our boy. But I was like, you know what? No, this is a rare opportunity. I'ma go. I got the PTO and stuff, whatever. And so we made things work. So it definitely hurt my pockets, but we made it work. And like I said, we're gonna kind of like figure this out going forward and stuff. So, but yeah, so that was a very awesome opportunity and stuff to get to go do. It was cool getting to kind of hang out with more of the parents and stuff of the other athletes and stuff on the team, because most of the teams, regardless of the sport or whatever, with my kids, my wife is the more familiar person with the team and stuff, whatever. Cause y'all know I'm very quiet. I'm very reserved. I stay to myself. Um, I'm not one for crowds and stuff, whatever. So, cause I remember one time my wife said that one of the other parents was like, "Hey, yeah, we was wanting to try to talk to your husband, but he's always in and out so fast that we can't ever catch him." And that is very true, because especially because like one of like the main facilities where we practice at or whatever, because of how it's structured, it's like, okay, hey, I just drop my son off, and most of the time, whatever, at this point, I'll just drop the kid off wherever practice and just go do other stuff for it, because most of the time the practice is, there are some 1 hour practices here and there, but most of the time it's like 2 hours plus. I'm not sitting around for 2 hours. I got too much stuff to do, too many other chores or things I could be, getting done with that time. So I'll just drop you off at the door, go do my stuff, whatever. When I come back, most of the time, either depending on what the location is, my kid might just come out on their own to the car, or they will, I'll walk in the facility, and I might be on the other side of the core of the facility, whatever. But because of how it's structured, just habits, like my son, he knows to kind of like look around, and I'll be across the gym just like looking, and as soon as I see him looking this way, I'll just wave, come on, and the other parents never see me. but yeah, it was just dope, like I said, just getting a chance to finally uh, learn more about the other parents and stuff, whatever, and things like that. So, but yeah, so I think that's pretty much it as far as like small stuff I wanted just to kind of cover. So let's just go and just dive into some news and some information and stuff. So one thing I want to touch on, and let me see if I can find it, so bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna go back through my tweets so I can pull up this stuff. But I'll go and say this: I hope everybody out there has a safe holiday, regardless if you're traveling or you're just staying home. I hope everybody out there has an awesome holiday and gets a chance to rest and recoup. And whether you're spending time with friends and family or you're just doing a solo thing, I hope that you get some time to rest. So let's see, man, it's a lot of stuff been happening. So I got a lot of stuff to scroll through to get to what I want to talk about. But basically, the first thing I wanted to just touch on and just shout out, just as a PSA, even though it's not big, still just to put on y'all's radar, the Shonen Jump app will be getting a $1 price increase beginning early next year. So it's going from $1.99 to $2.99, which in the grand scheme of things, like I said, not a bad deal. But still, like I said, just something still just to put on your radar. Like I said, just because more money is still more money. So that happened. Price increase for the Shonen Jump app. An exciting thing: the Bleach, the final 2 episodes for this part of the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, they will be airing together. So the last Monday of the year, the 26th, I believe, we will get a 1-hour finale that will have both episodes. I think it's 12 and 13. I think. So that's gonna be very dope. Very, very a banger way to end this part of the season and stuff. So that is very exciting. The other thing, sorry y'all. So other very exciting news for my One Piece fans. For those of y'all that watch the One Piece dub, it is so wild that the dub is finally entering Wano arc at the end of this month. It is just so crazy to see this. A lot of people doubted that they would do it, but it is finally here. They brought back, the One Piece dub returned back in the end of 2020 with the, they were finishing up the Punk Hazard arc. And over the course of these 2 years, I think it's like 300 something episodes. And they've finished up Punk Hazard. They went through all 100 plus of Dressrosa. They went through the Zoe arc. They went through all 100 plus of Whole Cake Island, the Reverie arc, and now the Wano Country arc, which is just so freaking awesome. And honestly, at the way things are going, the fact that the sub and the dub, even though there's, a lot of episodes in between, but just the fact that the sub and dub are in the same arc is freaking fantastic. And I wonder, a slight theory I have, I wonder if they might, even though the ending of One Piece is still a ways away, it would be very dope if somehow they're able to figure out the logistics and have both the sub and the dub of the anime end together to where they get them caught up, or at least like in super close proximity. That would be fantastic if they were able to pull that off. But yeah, so shout out to that. I want to give a shout out to the manga creator for, do I have it handy? Where did I put it? Crap, I think I might have moved it. For Tally, Daughter of the Moon. Because I talked about this because I recently reviewed this. Go check out that review. Because it was a very dope first volume. But I found out that so the manga author is French, and found out that the author is also a Twitch streamer. So I found his Twitch, found his Twitter account and stuff, and you know, just showing up, just like in general, like his art is so freaking beautiful. And shout out to him for actually being like very uh active on Twitter and stuff, because I had tweeted out my review and stuff, and he commented on it, and I was sharing his art and stuff, whatever, and he was commenting on that stuff too, whatever. So shout out to the author of Tally, Daughter of the Moon. It's just really cool, just when the barriers between creators and fans and stuff, kind of get broken down, and just like so the fact that I tweeted my review and stuff, whatever, and they actually commented on it and said thank you, was just very dope. So let's see some other news I wanted to talk about. Yeah. So originally, I had little to no interest in this Harry Potter game called Hogwarts Legacy. Because growing up, I watched all of the movies and stuff, and I enjoy them, but I never would consider myself like a diehard fan of the series. Well, the other day, some gameplay clips came out from the game, just showing off the open world and stuff. And one of the dope things is that you can freaking summon your broom and just fly around the freaking open world however you see fit. And same thing with your the mounts and stuff too. He just pops it out, and you can ride it around like it's like a horse, or also take off to the skies and just fly on it. This game looks so freaking cool, man. And they have full day-night cycles, weather cycles, all 4 seasons. And I am like, man, am I going to be playing this game? So yeah, it's and the game is coming out in February, on PS5 and Xbox Series and PC, and then PS4 and Xbox One will be, I think, April, and then the Switch is to be determined way down the line. But seeing that, I was like, okay, and I showed my wife this because I was so excited about it, or whatever, and she was like, "Are you gonna get it?" I was like, "I'm thinking about it." And she was like, "You're probably gonna get it," because she's like, "I'm looking at this gameplay," and she said it looks just like your type of game that you play, and she is right. So I am unexpectedly, in the best way possible, excited about potentially playing that Hogwarts Legacy game. So yeah. All right, so I guess let's start diving into some of this Jump Festa news, y'all. Real quick, I do want to give a shout out to a manga I did catch up on. I'm not gonna say no spoilers right now, whatever, but I caught back up on Blood on the Tracks. I love this panel. Got more information on the mom's backstory. And I just love this simple panel where she's just looking out the window saying, "Finally, I'm out." But alright, so aside from that, so Jump Festa with the anime. First up, we got, whoops, sorry y'all. Robert never get things right. But we got Demon Slayer Season 3, the Swordsmith Village arc, and it is going to be coming out in April of 2023. So yeah, and the premiere episode is supposed to be a 1 hour long season premiere. and they're planning on doing a special theatrical release of the last 2 episodes of season 2, and then this 1 hour premiere of season 3. They're doing them in select theaters starting in March. So if you want to get like a little early peek of the anime, you can check that out. Otherwise, you can look forward to the new season in April. So that's very big start of that. We got confirmation that Jobless Reincarnation Season 2 will be kicking off in 2023. No set release date yet, but we get this key visual where we see our boy Rudy a little bit older. I can't remember the name of his elf friend, but it's like we see her older as well. So that's very dope. Getting to see them. One of my most anticipated, Oshi no Ko. So we got a trailer for this, and this is also coming out in April of 2023 for the spring season. So yeah, I am very hyped, very excited to see this. This trailer looks freaking fantastic. And this is supposed to be a 90-minute season premiere. So yeah, so looking forward to that. And reminder that is the new series from the creator of Kaguya-sama Love is War, except this is now a kind of like a psychological thriller mystery type of series. So very much looking forward to more people getting to dive into that series. And let me see. There was another one that was announced that piqued my interest. Let me see if I can find it. The Ascendance of a Bookworm, the light novel for that series, is actually going to be ending soon. So I look forward to someday hopefully getting to see everything done in the anime. Let me see. Where was the next thing? Oh yeah, so there's this anime called Chilling in My 30s After Getting Fired from the Demon King's Army. Now, I just love it just because of the freaking the name and stuff, but apparently there is this 30-year-old MC who he looks human-like, but he's actually a demon, and he got fired from his job as the Demon Lord's assistant. And he ends up moving to a small town, which is actually populated by humans, and I guess trying to restart his life and his journey there. So, but just the fact that it's called Chilling in My 30s, I was like, I gotta check that out. But yeah, that's coming out in January. There's this other anime called Saint Cecilia and Pastor Lawrence. It's supposed to be, I think, kind of like a slice of life anime that's going to be coming out in April. So I don't know, might be fun. So we'll see where things go with that one. Let's see the next big one on the list. Let's see, where was it? All right, here. Kaiju number 8. We finally get a trailer. And they show they're celebrating 10 million copies sold. But yeah, so Kaiju number 8 will be coming out sometime in 2024. And this is the first of the anime that was announced for 2024. I'll also be talking about Mission Yozakura family as well in a minute, but yeah, so this will be done by Production IG, and yeah, I love the black and the glowing green on his Kaiju form. So looking forward to that next 2 years, but really just in the year. And speaking of Kaiju number 8, I'm gonna dive into a couple of mild spoilers in a second, because the manga is going on a 1 month hiatus, but it left us off on a very big banger. So, mild spoilers for Kaiju number 8 coming up. Alright, so very brief and quick spoiler. I'll put timestamps or whatever for when I'm done talking about this, whatever. So quick spoiler for what is going on currently in the Kaiju number 8 manga. Because because it's been a while since I've recorded, I haven't recorded anything about the manga since this happened. So this is for up to chapter 76. So why does the author love to introduce us to pain? Because just like last year, we have another very big moment in the series and stuff, because and the author is also taking a 1 month hiatus, so they'll be back beginning of January. So in this most recent chapter, it looks like the tables are starting to get turned, but at the freaking end of the chapter, we have more threats show up around the country. So we get introduced to Kaiju number 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So Kaiju's 11 through 15. And that is the end of this story arc. So things are looking very dire for our crew. So we will see how things go. But yeah, so very, very rocky things going on right now. So but end of spoiler. I just wanted to shout out that moment and stuff too, because when that happened, I was like, oh my god, oh man, there's more of them. But yeah, so back to the announcements. Let's see what is next. Let me see. Well, not a manga thing, but just they also revealed that Spider-Man 2 will be coming out at the end of 2023, so very excited for that. Let's see. Anime. We got a new trailer for Blue Giant. And what was the next one? Oh, I forgot to mention this earlier, Bob, but My Hero Academia has now been added to Fortnite. So we have All Might, Deku, Bakugo, and Ochiko, all four of them being added to Fortnite. So very cool. My kids are excited. Just always love to see more people get introduced to anime and things like that. So let's see. There's a trailer for the Pokemon movie. Alright, let's see. Where is the other Jump Festa news? Let me see. Okay, so Akira Toriyama's manga Sandland is going to be getting I don't know if this is going to be a movie or a TV series, but it's getting animated is the point. So Sandland, I don't know too much about this series. I know it is an older series that he did back in the day, which if you don't know, Akira Toriyama is the creator of Dragon Ball. So I'm going to see if I can find information on Sandland. Let me see. So yeah. This is probably gonna be a movie then, because it was only 14 chapters, one volume, and this came out in 2000. So yeah, so 22 years old. But yeah, it's finally getting it is a movie. So yeah, so getting a animated movie for his Sandland manga. More 2024 series. Shout out to the homies over at Mike Check Waifu Podcast. I know they're hype about this, but Mission Yozakura Family is finally confirmed getting an anime, and it will also be dropping sometime in 2024. So very hype about that. Y'all know I did several review episodes talking about the manga for that across my first year or so doing this podcast. So go listen to those, check those out. And yeah, and the physical volumes of Mission Yozakura Family have finally started coming out as well in English. Now, next series that finally got a trailer. We finally got a trailer for freaking Undead Unluck, which also won the Manga of the Year award over at Rogers Base. They did a big Manga of the Year stream, but yeah, so Undead Unluck is finally coming. It will be coming out sometime in 2023. No firm date or anything yet, I believe. But yeah, Undead Unluck is dope. It is going to be done by David Productions, which that is the studio that works on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Fire Force. So I know it's going to look beautiful. I know the animation of the abilities is going to look amazing. I know the sound effects are going to be on point. So yeah. So next up, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 is going to be coming in July of 2023. So we have another anime putting a stake in the ground for the summer season. So this season will cover the basically the Gojo past arc. I can't remember the actual name for it, but basically the arc that goes over Gojo's past, as well as the infamous Shibuya incident. And we got confirmation that this season, shout out to Toji, that this season will have 2 curves uninterrupted. So that means it's going to be about 24 episodes, 25, somewhere in there. But yeah, so shout out JJK Nation. It is time for pain to come. So looking forward to that. Next up, we got confirmation that the next arc in the Dragon Ball Super manga will be called the Superhero arc, and it seems like it's going to be centered around Goten and Trunks finally. So we get to see they get some time to shine, as well as we get some snippets of like a bunch of other new characters and stuff that's going to be involved in the arc. So looking forward to that. I haven't really read much of the Dragon Ball manga. I've heard decent things about it, or especially like this last arc. So I might go back and catch up on it at some point. Not a rush or whatever, but might do that at some point. Next big one, Spy Family will be getting both a season 2 and a movie next year. So the Spy Family train will not be slowing down. This current season is about to wrap up. I think there might be like a couple episodes left, but just know that sometime next year we're getting a season 2 and then a original anime that I believe the author will be involved with. So very cool on that. This new anime got announced coming in April. It is called Too Cute Crisis. It seems to be about some chick at a cat cafe, maybe? I don't know. Shout out to the homie Ari that I had on for my fall 2022 preview episode. She's a big cat fan, and I immediately had to send this to her as soon as I saw it. So might be something cute and adorable to put on y'all's radar for the spring season in April. All right, next big one. Speaking of April, Hell's Paradise finally got a date, and that is also freaking coming in April. So much stuff in April of next year. But Hell's Paradise, it is a manga that I have heard highly acclaimed, and with this coming out in April, I am stuck because I don't know if I want to maybe try reading the manga because, of course, it's long been done, or if I want to wait and just experience it all for the first time in the anime. So I don't know. We'll see. I got plenty of time to figure it out and to decide. But yeah, Hell's Paradise coming out in April, along with Dr. Stone season 3 is also coming in April of 2023. Man, and this is the shoot, what are they calling this arc? Not the world tour. But basically they finally venture outside of Japan and start to like, basically this is the arc where we start to get like a lot more detail and backstory on the state of the world outside of what we've seen so far up to this point in the story. We start to get more insight into actually what led to the petrification and all that stuff. So basically the story and the world literally about to blow. New World, Dr. Stone New World, that's what it's called. But yeah, so I'm very excited about all of that stuff. All right, so next up for One Piece, Oda pretty much wrote a nice long message for the event where he pretty much said, this year the Wano Country saga finally ended, and while the manga's been plenty busy, Film Red is a big success, and he's happy about that. I'm just kind of skimming through. This long story has already been going on for over 25 years, and I've recently noticed that more and more younger readers are getting into it, which makes me happy. I know I've been saying Final Saga this and Final Saga that, but it's not going to end as quickly as I'm making it sound, so I'd recommend not stressing over it and just reading comfortably. Next year, after 6 years, the One Piece Odyssey video game will be out. The live action series is making progress and all that stuff. So, and the last tease he gave, he said, what to expect for the story coming up is, if I were to give it a title, it'd be a free-for-all battle royale. I hope no one dies. So yeah, so just lots of great things seem to be on the horizon for the One Piece manga. Let me see. Blue Exorcist is making some type of comeback. We didn't get too many concrete details on it, but we did get like a little slight tease that the Blue Exorcist anime will be coming back at some point. So I know that's very exciting. I know a lot of fans have been hoping for more of that for a long time. Oh crap. Okay. Another anime for the April spring season 2023, Mashle of Magic and Muscles. That anime is also coming out in April. So right now, in April of next year, we have Hell's Paradise, Dr. Stone Season 3, Demon Slayer Season 3, Mashle, Oshinoko, My Home Hero. Man, so many dope things freaking coming out in that 1 month. But yeah, so Mashle's coming out in April. Let me see. Is there anything else? I think that might be it for the big Jump Festa announcements. Let me take one last little glance. Okay, no. There was another big one. Called Ron Kamonohashi Deranged Detective. This is the current series from the creator of Hitman Reborn. With shout out to Sine from Anime Podcast. I know she is a huge fan of that series. And I still need to actually go back and actually like watch or read that full series because I never actually like fully experienced it. But this is his current series that he is working on. It is like a detective series, so kind of like a drama mystery series that I've heard good things about. So and the manga for this is actually on the Manga Plus app. So if anybody wants to check out that series, it is there. But yeah, so that's a really big one. And I'm trying to think I think that might be the end. Finally. So let me see, like I'm just scrolling through. just doing last little checks. Yeah, they talked about some Boruto stuff, which I don't really watch or read Boruto too much, but they're going to be talking about, or they're going to be, the anime is going to be going into the Code arc, which I liked her design back when because the couple times I did dip into see what's going on with the manga recently, whatever. She looked very cool. The chick that's on the right of Boruto in the announcement poster. They are doing some type of like anniversary poll for the board for the Naruto series in general. There's a Sasuke arc or something for like from I guess like one of the novels. It's gonna be adapted into the anime. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just like scrolling through. I don't see anything else too much I want to talk about. They showed another new trailer for the Black Clover movie, Sword of the Wizard King, which is going to be coming out in March on Netflix. They show some new illustrations for the 30th anniversary of Yu Yu Hakusho, which is very dope to see. No information on if they're going to do, if there's going to be like anything else related to that series for the anniversary or not. But if it is, I will let y'all know. And yeah, I think that's it for all the big main things I wanted to talk about from Jump Festa. So, man, this poster for Blue Giant just looks freaking fantastic. So, just had to toss that in there. But yes, I think that is it for the Jump Festa news and stuff. Alright, so let's jump into this Pokemon discussion. Man. Pokemon. So, Friday morning, I think I didn't see this until I got to work, more than likely. So I get on Twitter Friday morning and I see Pikachu trending. And I'm like, oh, okay, what is going on with Pikachu and Pokemon, And they announced that after 25 years and after Ash has finally claimed a championship, they will be retiring Ash and Pikachu. Ash and Pikachu are no longer going to be the main focus of the series. They will be transitioning to some new main characters, as they're also transitioning to the new region that Scarlet and Violet take place in. So yeah, this was like very, very emotional, very nostalgic. Hearing this news and watching this kind of like trailer that they put together, but basically it seems like they're going to do like a final batch of episodes. Yeah, 11 final episodes starting January 13th. And they're saying the final chapter in Ash and Pikachu's story. So that is just so weird to see that, man. But yeah, and like I said, they're kicking things off with two new protagonists in this new region and stuff. So we will see how this goes, but man, it is just so wild. And honestly, it feels like something that would never happen. It feels like Pokemon, and specifically Ash and Pikachu, we're just going to forever be part of our lives until the end of time, especially just because of like the weird elephant in the room of Ash never aging and stuff or whatever, and it's like, he keeps going to all these new areas, these new regions, these new locations, but there's never no mention of like, oh yeah, hey, Ash is, you're older, which I feel like at one point he at least had like an 11th birthday at some point in the series, but maybe I'm, hazy memory or dreaming that or whatever. But let me see, Ash 11th birthday. Let me see if was this an actual thing. I don't know. I have to do some more digging. But anywho, point is, Ash is no longer going to be here. Him and Pikachu are getting sunsetted. And it kind of makes me curious, like how they are going to do it, how they are going to pull it off. And this was a beautiful poster that they did for this moment, just like Ash and Pikachu on a green hill with just like a beautiful clouds in the background with leaves flowing through or grass flowing in the wind. But yeah, I do wonder like how they're gonna wrap things up. I wonder if it's gonna be like a backtrack tour, because I also saw, because granted I also haven't really watched the anime too much in eons. You know, I've seen clips here and there of like different battles and stuff that he's gone through over the years, but you know, the anime is well over 1100 episodes at this point, 1100, 1200, somewhere in that ballpark. But I saw that recently he had reunited with his Butterfree from back in the original series. Of course, Charizard has always kind of been in and out of the series, but I wonder if would it be kind of like a world tour where he's heading back to Pallet Town or something, and he's kind of like reconnecting with all the Pokemon that he released or let go or whatever over the journey of the series. I would love to see his Mankey or Primeape come back into the series. All of them, and of course like all the different trainers and stuff that he's encountered along the way. I kind of hope that maybe they do something to where they get all of the companions and stuff that he's met along his journey in one location, because that would be a very beautiful final shot. If they have maybe like a celebration dinner of like, hey, Ash, you won the championship. He came back home. His mom threw this gigantic party for him, and everybody he's met along the way is there from all the different regions and stuff are all there to help him celebrate. I hope that they do that. And I would also love if they finally age him up. If like in that final episode, we get like a little like time skip forward or whatever, and we see like adult Ash just like reminiscing on his journey or something, whatever. Now, some people were kind of speculating of like wondering if maybe one of these new characters, maybe they might be his kid or something, which I think that would be also kind of a dope thing to carry on the legacy of like, hey, Ash went through all these regions in his youth on these journeys or whatever, and now his kid is picking up the mantle with this new in this new region and stuff. I think that'd be very dope of like, hey, Ash retired, and he's settled down in the whatever the new region is and had a family. And now with the trailer having a couple of kids, it would be dope if I'm about to say it'd be dope if he had like a set of twins or something or whatever. But anywho, I don't know. Like I said, I'm sad, but also I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about this, but I look forward to seeing how they wrap things up. Now I might try to check out these final 11 episodes they're gonna do for this, whatever, because like I said, I need to see with my own eyes, not just a screenshot or whatever. I want to see how this all wraps up. So yeah, so more than likely I probably will have to find online these 11 episodes, because it's probably gonna be a million years before they come over in English. But farewell to Ash and Pikachu for 25 years on this journey. It is just so wild, because and I feel like this is how we're gonna feel whenever in the future years, whenever One Piece actually ends, because it's like, it's like, man, never thought that you would see some type of ending for this thing that's just always been there. And while Pokemon will forever continue on. There will be more generations, more games, more seasons of the anime. But this is truly the end of a era with Ash and Pikachu running up into the sunset. And like I said, I hope that they do them justice in this final chapter, of their lives and of their journey and stuff. So yeah, so shout out to Pokemon. 25 years. And yeah, with that, I'm trying to think if I don't think there's too much stuff I want to touch on or whatever. Like I said, I have a lot of stuff I'm working on to wrap up the year. I do want to say shout out to DIY Do It Yourself, because I just caught up on that, episodes 7 through 11, and those are some really good episodes. It was very cool seeing the girls come together. Of course, it was also heartbreaking when they finally raised the money to build their secret base in the treehouse, and all of the materials and wood and stuff that they had been gathering or whatever got picked up by like a garbage truck or a waste pickup thing, whatever. And so they pretty much had to start from scratch. But there was like a brief moment of one of those episodes to where it was like, man, the girls' hearts were broken, and my heart was broken for them, of just like, y'all went through all this stuff to make this happen, and then it's just like, nope, sorry, you don't get this. So that was very sad to see, but they bounced back, and it was dope seeing Purrin kind of getting more involved with things, and now she's officially part of the crew. I love that. And just seeing this, the treehouse starting to come together. It was cool that their advisors pulled up with a truck full of supplies and stuff, and they were like, yo, where'd you get all this stuff from, whatever. And so she said, I reached out to the OGs, to the alumni of previous DIY crews, because we found out that she was part of a DIY club at this same school back when she was growing up, which is why she was excited and eager to volunteer as their advisor. So that was very dope to see. But we also learned that the clubhouse that they meet in or whatever, the kind of like little shed looking thing that they meet in or whatever for their meetings and stuff, whatever, that was built by the original DIY club way back in the day. So it's just kind of cool that through the generations they have built different things or added different things that is there for the next generation to come through. And so now these girls are going to build this tree house, and that will be there for the next generation of the DIY students to come through. So that was very dope and adorable to see. I don't think there was too much else stuff that I really want to shout out and talk about. Of course, shout out to Sakamoto Days for hitting 100 chapters, crossing a huge milestone while in the middle of some very dope chapters, doing some very dope things. Yeah, I don't think there's too much else to talk about. Let me see. Yeah, because I haven't really watched a whole heck of a lot lately. Like I said, I've just been kind of planning stuff out for end of the year stuff. So I just, like I said up front, I hope that y'all look forward to stuff I got coming up in the coming weeks and stuff, whatever. So be on the lookout. Like I said, if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel specifically, and then following the podcast for the audio version of stuff for things to come in the future. But like I said, there's going to be lots of dope manga reviews coming out in the weeks and months to come. And I'm just trying to do better, just trying to figure out a more concrete, better way of doing the stuff that I do. Like I said, I kind of go through spurts like I just did where I might read a whole heck of a lot within like a couple of days or a week or whatever, and I can just record and then just schedule stuff out for weeks ahead, months ahead, or whatever. And yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that. Like I said, just trying to like pace myself better, and to give myself cushion in the future for who knows what stuff might come up or whatever. But but yeah, and like I said, I am really aiming to really strive to get into more video game stuff next year. Because like I said, I feel like I have kind of, while I've enjoyed reading manga or whatever, I feel like it kind of like tipped my scales too far in the opposite direction to where like I'm reading so much that I'm not really playing any video games or whatever. But I have a lot of stuff on my radar coming up that I really want to play. And I also want to kind of start doing more episodes on the podcast where I also kind of like revisit some stuff, whether it be checking out some stuff for the first time. Like there's a lot of anime, TV shows, and movies that I never watched growing up, or that I missed over the years. That I think that would be kind of a cool thing to kind of like add in, to some of my podcast episodes, aside from just, me just talking about what I watched and read for the week. I think it'd be cool to have like more structure and like, okay, hey, this week, along with what I've watched and read, the main topic will be, oh, hey, I watched this movie or I watched this TV show or whatever the case may be. Because I have, my individual manga reviews for stuff I want to spotlight. But like I said, I wanted to just do more and stuff, whatever. Because I I have some very big things on my missed anime list that if I told y'all, like, wait, you never watched that, Robert? Yeah. So there's some very big, well-known anime that I have never watched or read the manga for. Or also maybe I've like watched like bits and pieces, but I have never seen from start to end certain series or whatever. So I look forward to doing that one day. And like I said, also like revisiting some stuff because there's also like some movies and stuff. Because one in particular, I really want to rewatch The Book of Eli because I love that movie back when it came out, and it's been well over a decade now since that came out. So I would love to revisit movies and different stuff like that or whatever, and just talk to y'all about it. So and maybe even have a guest on to discuss it and stuff. So but yeah, so I have lots of ideas of stuff I want to tinker around with and do. But like I said, I'll do it when I can and stuff. But I hope that y'all look forward to whatever wacky things I come up with. But this has been an awesome year. And like I said, I have some things coming out to wrap up the year. But I hope y'all have an awesome holiday. Enjoy either just time to yourself. Enjoy taking a break. Enjoy maybe getting in some time to catch up on some anime and TV shows and manga and stuff that you missed because of work and just life. I just hope we all get some time to just recoup and re-energize and get ready to start off 2023 strong, because it is going to be a fantastic year for content, for shows and games and stuff, whatever, just across the board. But with that being said, as always, thank you so much for watching and or listening. Make sure to follow me everywhere at Dad Needs to Talk. Like I said, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on your favorite podcast streaming service. Also, maybe take a gander over at that there Patreon page, because I went back recently and got it updated, and I want to try to make better use of it going forward. Maybe trying to do more things with it and stuff. So check that out, and because you can subscribe to the Patreon for any dollar amount that you see fit. It's also kind of more like a tip jar, just kind of help me keep the lights on and keep things going for the podcast, because I do a lot of stuff, but it also costs me a lot. So any help and support would be greatly appreciated. And so we'll see where this journey takes us in 2023 and beyond. But as I always say, treat yourself to something nice. read some manga, watch some anime and TV, play some video games, and live your best life. And I'll catch y'all sometime very soon. Y'all be easy. I love y'all so much. Catch you in the next one. Peace.